Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Ubisoft's brand new BR, Hyper Scape. So we're going to be looking at the open beta. We're going to check out the hacks, all the unique movement systems, both offensive and defensive, talk about some of the combos you could do with them, and talk about some of my personal favorites as well. But I want to stress that this is in open beta. We roughly have about 30 days. So we're going to see a lot of changes and stuff that's going to be coming. We're going to see buffs. We're going to see nerfs. Right now, we're going to talk about everything that we have available to us. So the first one we're going to talk about is the wall. The wall is one of the biggest defensive systems that you can use, where you can drop this wall seemingly anywhere through buildings. I cannot stress to you how crazy that is, that you could drop it through buildings. You can also stop incoming attacks with this. You throw the wall up. It has about, I want to say about a 300 HP. So you can have up to 5 of these in front of you. You can lift yourself into the air. You can also lift your opponents into the air with this. This is something that you see more towards end game and more of a defensive, completely stopping any sort of offensive onslaught, especially when you're playing threes. Now, the next one we're going to talk about is the mine, my personal favorite. This is, man, the mine is fantastic. You can move this thing anywhere you want to. You can move it up, down, close, far. You can really, like I said, you can put this anywhere you want. 50 damage, hitting anyone from any distance. Again, you can put this, once it tracks onto them, it's going to slam into them. It does 75 at full upgrade. If there's no one around, you're placing this in a building to kind of keep an area safe. Once an enemy appears, it's going to beep, it's going to latch on, and it's going to hit them again. Next up, let's talk about invisibility. Invisibility, this is pretty standard. You're going to turn yourself invisible completely. You're going to be able to move around. The only thing you cannot do, and I cannot stress this enough, is you cannot aim, you cannot swing, you cannot shoot. You also can't pull out weapons. The other thing to that is, if it is something like tracking and mines, you will show up. So if you use the next ability we're going to be talking about, which is the reveal, if you're invisible, you will show up. Reveal is a wonderful hack where you can see people through the walls. You can see up, down. Once used, it does make a sound. It's very audible and it can be heard by your teammates. So be sure to remember that sound. The next one is the healing technique. This is a nice little area of effect that can go through walls. It can go through buildings. You can be above it, below it, as long as you're in the circumference of it. You will be able to get its effect. The next one we have is armor. Much like invisibility, you cannot aim, swing, pick up, but you are full to move around as fast as you normally would. This does get canceled out the minute you do anything, which is picking something up, aiming, shooting, swinging, but it does have its own duration, so it does not have health. You can take as much damage as you want, but the minute that timer runs out, you are indeed vulnerable. The next up on the list is the ball. The ball is one of the first of the mobility sets. Once this is activated, you're going to go bouncing into the sky. This does have an armor cap onto it. Its timer is one of the longest, but once you take a certain amount of damage, it will pop, leaving you into the sky, vulnerable at, if anything. Something to remember, it does bounce on its own. You can make it bounce by pressing the space bar, but once you press the space bar, you're going to get a little bit more of a bounce. It doesn't do any damage if you hit people with it, but it does allow you to get some mobility, especially comboed up with some other things like teleport. Teleport is something that's going to move you quickly for a short period of time. You can go both on the vertical axis or the horizontal axis with it. The timer on it does keep it kind of quick, so you can use it to kind of evade or to catch up to somebody that's running away from you. This is one of the sets where it is fun to combo. You can combo this with invisibility. You can combo this with the ball. I know a lot of people tend to combo it with the invisibility perk, so they jet away and they turn invisible. The next one is the newest one. This is called Shockwave. This is just like the mine. You can kind of place it wherever you want, where it's going to shoot people around, away, up, down, however you kind of want to shoot them around. Now, this can also be used as mobility for yourself, so you can shoot yourself up into the sky or off of walls on the sides. The last one we're going to talk about is the slam. Boy, do we love the slam around here. Once you go up into the air, you come down, you do damage. Just like with the shockwave, when you hit somebody with it, it is going to do a base damage of about 20. Once you use this, fling yourself up into the air. You can use a combo with slam to kind of rubber band yourself to the skybox, come down really fast and hit them. I still love the mine. This is something that I was really digging in the technical testing, was the mine. It was my absolute favorite. Now with the coupled with the shockwave, I'm able to do some really gross combos that are just a lot of fun to send people up into my mine or to put one down on top of them. Right now, the open beta as it stands, they did some nerfing and some buffing with the weapon system. That's going to be in another video. I think the game feels super duper balanced. We did get a new weapon, and as we showed you, we did get the shockwave, the new ability. Still one of my favorite games out right now is Hyper Scape. I was fiending when it was gone. I'm so excited for it to be back. So with that being said, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, like the video if you liked it. It would be greatly appreciated, and make sure this is your one-stop shop for all of the Hyper Scape news, the changes, and everything that we have. Like I said, 30 days for our open beta testing, boys. 30 days. We're going to see the changes and things that come through it. Make sure you guys are being as diligent as possible with your notes and your ideas, because this team is listening, and it's fantastic to see what they've done with it already, and so quickly at that. Again, I would greatly appreciate you guys subscribing. You guys can check me out on Twitch Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. Twitch.tv/SushiFishNinja. Follow me on Twitter. You can even join our Discord if you like. The links for all of those will be in the description below. I hope you guys have a fantastic week. Thank you so much for watching the video, and I will see you in the next one. Adios.